Oh, a microphony.
And a phony at the mic.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
The Doctor of Discernment is now online.
You know, much like my show, in that it's a local reaction to things that are happening on a federal level.
Dispensing a daily dose of common sense. No prescription required.
Wow, do I have a boatload of stuff for you, from the crazy to the absurd. Let's start getting into it because, I mean, it is bizarro world out there. And I say, if it's obvious to me, should be obvious to everybody. Oh, wow. Who could have seen this coming?
This is the Fourth Hour with Greg Belfrage.
Hold on to your butts.
Broadcasting from my basement bunker beneath Kettle Radio. Welcome to the Fourth Hour. It's great to have you guys along. I really do appreciate it. Always great to spend time with you, whether it's on the radio or whether it's here. Very, very much appreciated. Let's talk about Jim Comey. I wanted to show you this. This is his video that he posted, and I mentioned it on the air this morning, but I wanted to give you a chance to see it and to hear his comments for yourself. This is following his indictment. He posted this to Instagram.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees.
Oh, you're such
and
a
you
hero.
Shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said
His
that
daughter.
fear is the tool of a tyrant. And she's right. But I'm not afraid. And I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged. You are paying attention.
Are you afraid? Are you afraid? So I would love to get your comments. I don't know. I'm not feeling afraid. I think maybe he should be afraid. Okay, let's continue.
And you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it.
That's why I voted for
does.
Trump.
My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial.
We thank you for watching. And remember,
so there you go. I'm going to leave that there. Wanted to actually show you what James Comey had said, and I'm curious to get your thoughts as we talk about Comey. Didn't receive a lot of phone calls on that issue this morning. I think it's a huge story. And I battle, I got personal, I don't like him. I really do not like him. And I haven't for a long time. And the more I see of him, the less I like him. Or at a minimum, I'm reminded, oh yeah, that's why I don't like James Comey. We'll see what happens. I really don't believe that I don't believe he will ever be found guilty. Washington is such a cesspool. I just don't think it can happen. So I don't believe he'll ever be found guilty. But I must say, I thought it was uplifting that the charges are being brought forth. I think there's a fairly compelling case there based on comments that he made in the past, especially to Senator Ted Cruz and others. And we'll see. So there, at least he's someone that I had hoped would be held accountable, that we would see some degree of accountability. But do I expect a conviction of James Comey? Again, now we've not seen the case at this point. The arguments haven't been made, but even once they are, I really just don't expect that we're going to see that transpire. I wanted to share some comments from President Trump on Truth Social, whether you like corrupt James Comey or not. And I can't imagine too many people liking him. He lied. It's not a complex lie. It's a very simple but important one. There is no way he can explain his way out of it. He's a dirty cop, always has been. But he was just assigned a crooked Joe Biden appointed judge, so he's off to a very good start. Nevertheless, words are words, and he wasn't hedging or in dispute. He was very positive, but there was no doubt in his mind what he said or meant by saying it. He left himself zero margin of error on a big and important answer to a question. He just got unexpectedly caught. James Dirty Cop Comey was a destroyer of lives. He knew exactly what he was saying and that it was very serious and a far-reaching lie for which a very big price must be paid. So those are the president's latest comments on True Social. Also, now in the wake of this, James Comey's son-in-law resigned from his position as a federal prosecutor yesterday, just minutes after James Comey was indicted by a federal grand jury. So his son-in-law abruptly resigning as soon as the news came out. And he said he was leaving to uphold my oath to the Constitution and the country. Oh, man, these folks who are talking about upholding their duty to the Constitution, it's just, it just gets sickening, at least for me. Brian is asking, I wonder if the good folks in D.C. like us want change and will take this as an opportunity for change. Yeah, I don't think so. I really don't. I would love to believe that. Steve, scumbags should always be afraid. Well, it's hard to argue with that. I appreciate where you're coming from. But also, we have Benjamin Netanyahu in front of the UN today. Axios has got the story. He faces a mass walkout protest at his UN speech, and you can see all of the empty chairs. They had to get up and walk out on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. So the vast majority of officials and diplomats in the UN generally in the General Assembly Hall appeared to walk out on Benjamin Netanyahu. Israel is deeply isolated internationally. Yeah, at the UN, and with a lot of these left-leaning leftist countries, it's just absolutely incredible. This is one more reason why I have been saying to you for a long time, the United States just ought to get out of the UN. The president, when he was there the other day, look at the treatment that President Trump received. Now look at the treatment that Benjamin Netanyahu receives at the UN, where you got people walking out in droves. Just, I mean, what an assembly. And they can't even sit and listen. They can't even be bothered to sit and listen. This is what it's like with the left. It's these guys, we're going to walk out, we can't even be bothered. We can't listen. It's people from the left who do that. It's people that have that kind of ideology, those who wind up picking up a pow-pow, taking aim at somebody because of their political beliefs. They can't stand to hear it. They cannot function when it comes to debates, and you're seeing that at the UN. Again, just another demonstration of how corrupt the United Nations is. When you see that kind of thing happen, it really kind of, I'm not surprised by it, but I must admit I am bothered by it. I saw this story earlier this morning. Actor Tim Allen, we all do, of Home Improvement, and he's done other shows as well. I like Tim Allen a lot. Among the conservative actors that we see in Hollywood, Tim Allen is talking about how Erica Kirk's memorial speech really hit him hard. So he took to X, saying that he was personally moved by this. He said, when Erica Kirk spoke the words on the man who killed her husband, that young man, I forgive him. Allen says that moment deeply affected me. He said, I've struggled for over 60 years to forgive the man who killed my dad. I will say those words now as I type. I forgive the man who killed my father. Peace be with you all. Those words by Erica Kirk, I think, were just incredibly powerful. And you see the reaction there from Tim Allen. So Allen's father died 1964, drunk driver had killed him. And he could never forgive the driver for taking his father away from him. And which is very understandable, I think. But after watching Erica Kirk last week and her message of forgiveness and forgiving that killer, and then not only forgiving Charlie Kirk's killer, but doing it on a national stage and now you see Tim Allen being moved by that. You've got to wonder how many other people were moved by that. How many other people are forgiving people in their lives who have genuinely, caused them, harmed them, killed somebody, created distress for their family. How many other people are, as a result of Erica Kirk's, that's leadership of a kind that we just don't see, her to step up and say, we talked about this last week because the first thoughts that entered my mind when I heard that was, could I do that? Would I be able to do that if I were in her shoes? And to be very candid, I don't know that I could. I really don't know that I could. I mean, that is God working in someone's heart. It was just absolutely incredible. And then you see Erica Kirk showing that kind of forgiveness and how it worked in Tim Allen's heart. And that's the thing, you live your life by example, by good example, by a good godly example. And that's the kind of impact it has. My friend, you have made it to the end of the video. So you are part of my gallery of champions. Special salute to the Bunker Brigade. Those are the folks that you see commenting. If you have not subscribed to the Greg Belfrage Show on YouTube, please do so. If you're on YouTube, I know some of you are watching on Facebook. I tend to have a lot more folks on YouTube. So please subscribe to the Greg Belfrage Show if you haven't already done so. I'd appreciate that. And until Monday, my friend, I'm underground and gone.